Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge may propose to Brooke after Nick delivers an offer of his own. That ring on Taylor Cutlet may mean nothing in the end. Despite Nick's in Italy along with Brooke, he's planning a grand marriage offer on a special boat lift. Nick's plans are set to go horribly wrong. It's doubtful Brooke will accept Nick's offer of marriage anyway, but the boat trip in general will turn into a total failure. It looks like Brooke will be thrown into the water due to a boat malfunction, so she'll be at threat of drowning until Ridge comes on and pulls her out. Since Ridge's heart will tell him exactly what to do next. It turns out Ridge will surrender to the love he's been fighting all this time, so his true passions for Brooke will come pouring out. Ridge will decide he wants Brooke back, so he'll pull out all the stops to let her know. When Ridge drags a soaked Brooke to safety and makes sure she's okay, he'll presumably make a big protestation about their fortune. It makes sense that Ridge will maybe try to eclipse Nick's marriage offer by popping the question to Brooke himself. It happens in an impulsive moment or formally they reconnect ahead of their trip home. Ridge may assure Brooke that she's the woman he wants to marry. Ridge might get engaged to Brooke while he's formally engaged to Taylor. We clearly wouldn't put it past Ridge considering his track record, especially since we know Brooke's accident will serve as such a huge romantic turning point for these two. Brooke could become Ridge's new fiancée before Taylor indeed realizes she's lost Ridge. Ridge and Brooke's reunion will deliver a terrible blow to Taylor. Ridge will pull off a heroic Brooke water deliverance while Sheila considers some operative work. While Brooke decides she's done playing all these games with Ridge, she'll go each buy on Nick and the Italian adventure he's planning. Nick has been rushing repairs on the boat he wants to take Brooke out on, which will inescapably prove to be a mistake. There'll surely be some grand boat fail that results in Brooke's spill into the water, so Ridge will witness that stunner. Ridge will dive in for a dramatic deliverance, so that'll reignite a spark between them. Brooke should soften despite her former outburst and accept that her heart is pulling her reverse toward Ridge formally again. Ridge will decide he can't keep denying that Brooke is his true love. Although Ridge cares about Taylor, she'll no way achieve the soulmate status that everything plays up for Ridge and Brooke. Fortune will win formally more, so Taylor has some desolation headed her way. Taylor and Ridge's engagement won't survive since Ridge is on the verge of seeing that Brooke is truly his fortune. Nick will face a crushing blow of his own since he won't get the new morning he was hoping for with Brooke. Watching Brooke and Ridge reunite should leave Nick agonized as he prepares for his exit. Sheila may decide to take matters into her own hands. While getting suspicious of Lee and what she's cashing when it comes to Luna, will Sheila follow her and try to learn further? Could the secret of Luna's survival be in jeopardy? Sheila may play operative ever and Finn should keep doing the same on a completely different case. Finn's gathering more suggestions about Grace Fiddle. It's only a matter of time until he figures out she duped Liam and Bill. At last Hope seems poised to disaccord with Daphne over her return, so Carter will no doubt get caught in the middle of the conflict. Luna may wake up with amnesia and find that she can't flash back her crimes. Luna came to Los Angeles as a far gentler interpretation of herself. No bone could have prognosticated that sweet youthful woman would turn into such a minatory lunatic. Luna was the idol who set up Eric Stapler and the cute gal who made out with RJ at work. Who would have studied that same Luna would be able of all the horror she eventually foisted? When Luna killed Tom and Paul Hollis, she let Poppy look like the shamefaced party. Luna ultimately held Steffi hostage in a pen before she was eventually arrested. Bill got Luna pardoned, which gave her the occasion to beget further felonious chaos. Luna hovered while life ahead all that dreadful drama at the Sand House blew up with Steffi, Sheila, and Liam. Lee claimed Luna was dead at the sanitarium. We know she's hiding her bastard and granddaughter's survival. Luna is slow in Lee's care, so it's just a matter of time until she wakes up and wonders what's going on. If Luna's mind reverts to a simpler time, like when she first got and had similar big dreams involving her externship at Forrester Creations? It'd be intriguing to see Luna reply to the news of all the awful effects she's done. Luna would also have to get updates on Finn being her father since she wouldn't flash back that moreover. This could help Lee with the alternate chance she's trying to give Luna. The show could give Luna a bit of a clean slate through an amnesia twist, though we'd clearly have questions about whether she might be faking it. Luna has further marvels ahead no matter what. Grace could blackmail Finn to bury her Liam fiddle. Will Grace find the perfect influence to hold over Finn's head? Finn is formerly seeing the warning signs when it comes to the fake excrescence and faux procedure that Grace cooked up. Grace has obviously been lying this whole time. Finn will defy her. Formerly everything unravels. Liam feels impeccably okay now, and that's most probably because Grace's medicines were the real reason why he'd worsening symptoms. Grace carried out an elaborate scheme to score Bill $1 million, but what happens? Formerly Finn discovers the verity. From when Grace will be hopeless to keep her career complete and avoid captivity, she might resort to some blackmail. Grace can come up with some dirt to keep Finn quiet, also she might be suitable to get by with her conduct, at least for a while. We can suppose of some good blackmail material that involves Finn's cherished consanguineous mama and his not-so-dead son. Lee faked Luna's demise and smuggled her out of the sanitarium, so that's commodity Grace might know or at least be suitable to find out through a shady abettor. When Finn threatens to expose Grace, she fires right back with the trouble to expose Lee. Grace could shock Finn with the news that Lee broke plenitude of rules and laws by sneaking felonious Luna out for a private recovery away. Perhaps Grace could covenant that if she's going down, she's taking Lee down with her. Still, she could make sure Lee does the same if Grace has to lose her medical license and land behind bars. Would Finn be willing to keep his mouth shut about Grace's fiddle? To keep Lee out of the slammer? Finn's complicated passions for Luna could come into play as well if Lee ultimately asks him to keep quiet for his son's sake. Lee doesn't want Luna back in captivity and feels like she needs real family support now. This could turn into quite the mess for Finn and might indeed lead to him keeping a huge secret from Steffi. Steffi making Sheila's day, Brooke trying again, and Taylor wiretapping on a telling discussion. Steffi was still right by Liam's when they were surprised by a visit from Sheila. Important to Sheila's own surprise, Steffi didn't bobble her from the room. In fact, she ate her and indeed thanked her for doing all she could to stop Luna from attacking her. Sheila nearly offered herself and that was an commodity Steffi would ever forget. Take the palm, Sheila, she teased. Sheila was blown down by Steffi's gesture of good faith and decided to not test her luck or overstay her hello. She participated her grief over losing her granddaughter, but she was also thankful to Liam for saving everyone that day. She thanked him profusely before going to take her leave. But, before she could get out the door, Steffi asked how she was doing. Sheila decided to not just give them an update, but show them. She lifted her bottom and laughed about no bone. Being suitable to call her Sheila 9 toes presently. She's Sheila 8 toes now. After Sheila left, Steffi blazoned to Liam that she wanted to take some time down to reuse her trauma and she asked to take Kelly with her. Liam was further than happy to oblige, especially now that he has endless time with their son. He gave his blessing and hoped her trip was everything she demanded it to be. Finn and Bridget bandied Grace's surprisingly bold move that saved Liam. How did they go from having no stopgap to discovering a phenomenon cure? Commodity surely wasn't sitting right with the Croakers. While they agreed they were nothing but thankful Liam's life was spared, the details were vague and nothing about this was by the books. Finn pored over Liam's reviews and his case train. The more he looked into it, the more concerned and confused he came. Commodity shady happened then and Finn was determined to find out what really happened to Liam. Nick continued prompting Taylor to join him in Italy. They demanded to not only keep an eye on Brooke and Ridge, but also keep them piecemeal. Taylor wasn't about to run overseas but did agree someone had to go and watch over the partner's suckers. She asked Nick to stick close to his lady love and make sure she stayed far down from Ridge. Eric laid it on thick with Ridge. Brooke is the love of Ridge's life and Eric all but demanded he leave Taylor and revitalize effects with the Logan lady. He indeed launched into a speech about life being short and he didn't want his son to live with regrets. Ridge was in the midst of putting his bottom down when Brooke came in. Eric made no secret of what they were agitating and left the room so the two could talk. Brooke didn't waste the occasion. She incontinently jumped into setting the stage for a romantic reunion in their special megacity. Does Auntie want to eat pizza with her and walk hand in hand around the city? When Ridge turned her down again, she came hugely grim. What Brooke didn't realize was Taylor was outside the door hearkening in. She eavesdropped Brooke stating Ridge would no way love Taylor the way he loves her and stuck around to catch Brooke alone. Brooke no sooner slipped into the design room than Taylor possessed her. She made it impeccably clear that no bone, especially Brooke, would come between her and Ridge's love.